Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are liking my all videos, and in this video we will do exercise 1.1 of NCERT chapter first rational numbers of class 8. Please watch this video till the end, and if you like this video then please hit the like button and subscribe my channel so that I will upload more videos for you. So let's just start this video. 3, and in my previous video we have completed question number 1 and 2. Now this video is for question number 3. So let's start with this question. Our question is verify that. Here they have given me the equation and we have to verify this minus bracket minus x equals to x. So and they have given the two values of x. In the first part x equals to 11 upon 15 and in the second part x equals to minus 13 upon 17. So first of all we will do this part first, then we will solve this second part. What we have to do in this question, this is the left hand side minus x bracket. This is our left hand side. Once we will solve the left hand side and then we will solve the right hand side, and if both are equal then we will say that this equation is verified. So let's start with the first part, x equals to 11 upon 15. The solution is, guys, if I talk about the additive inverse term, I have told you in my previous videos about the additive inverse. I'm telling you right now again. Additive inverse means opposite the sign of that number. Suppose if I want to know about the additive inverse of 4, so its additive inverse of 4 is minus 4. What I have done, I have just opposite the sign of the 4, and the additive inverse of the 4 is just minus 4. Additive inverse means just opposite the sign of that number. Suppose if I want to know about the minus 4 additive inverse, so its answer is 4. And if I want to know about minus 5 additive inverse, so its answer is 5. So additive inverse means the numbers are same. Numbers will become same, but the sign of that number will become changed. Like in this question, minus 5 will become a plus 5 when it will convert into the additive inverse. So additive inverse means the opposite the sign of that number. So here we have to identify minus x, and we know that if I want to know about the additive inverse of x is minus x. Why? X is a positive number, and if I will solve the additive inverse of x, the answer will be minus x. Means I have just changed the sign of x. This is a positive x, and I have just changed the sign of the x, that is minus x. Why I have changed this? Why I want to solve the additive inverse of x? Because in the left hand side I want minus x. So how I will get the minus x? It's simple. If I will take the additive inverse of x, so I will get the answer of minus x, because minus x is the additive inverse of x. So don't be too much confused. It's very simple. We will solve the additive inverse of x, that is minus x, and the value of x is, they have given the value of x 11 upon 15. So it's very easy to solve the value of minus x, because if I will solve the additive inverse of 11 upon 15, it is minus 11 upon 15. This is x and this is minus x. I have solved the minus x because I required this minus x in my left hand side. So we will solve the left hand side first, and our left hand side is minus bracket minus x. Now I will put the value of minus x in this equation, where minus x is minus 11 upon 15. I have solved just right now. So I will put the value of minus x, and minus x is minus 11 upon 15. And in the next step I will open this bracket, and whenever I will open this bracket, and this minus will become plus. So my answer of left hand side is 11 upon 15. Now I will do the right hand side. My right hand side is simple x, and we know the value of x, that is 11 upon 15. They have given me in the question. So our right hand side is 11 upon 15. When I solve left hand side, I got 11 upon 15, and when I solved right hand side, I got 11 upon 15. So both left hand side and right hand side are equal. So I will say that this equation is verified. Given equation is verified. Now we will solve the second part, and in the second part they have given me the value of x minus 13 upon 17. Like in the same way I have done in the first part, I will take the additive inverse of x, because additive inverse of x is minus x, and if x additive inverse of x is minus x, so additive inverse of minus 13 upon 17 is simple 13 upon 17, and this is the value of minus x which I will use in the left hand side. So we will solve like this. I have just written down the question, and additive inverse of x is minus x. Therefore the additive inverse of minus 13 upon 17, what is this? This is the value of x minus 13 upon 17. This is the value that they have given me in the question, minus 13 upon 17. So the additive inverse of x is minus x. So this is the value of minus x. This is the value of minus x. How I have solved this? I have just opposite the sign of that number. It's minus 13 upon 17, and it's I have if I want to solve the additive inverse of minus 13 upon 17, it's I will just opposite the sign of that number, and this is plus 13 upon 17. Now I know about the value of x, that is minus 13 upon 17 that they have given me, and now I have also the value of minus x which I have solved by taking the additive inverse of x. So it's 13 upon 17. So we will do the left hand side first. Is left hand side is minus bracket minus x. Now I will put the value of x in this equation. I will put the value of minus x is in this equation, and minus x is I have just put the value of minus x in this equation, and when I will open this bracket, I will get the value of minus 13 upon 17. That this minus sign will remain same in the next step. So my left hand side is minus 13 upon 17. Now I will do the right hand side. Right hand side is simple x, and the value of x I have that is minus 13 upon 17 that they have given me in the question. So I have just put the value of x. Now left hand side is minus 13 upon 17, and right hand side is also minus 13 upon 17. So I will say that left hand side equals to right hand side. Therefore the given equation is verified. Now we will do the question number 4, and in this question we have to solve the multiplicative inverse of the following. These are the questions. They have given me the 6 parts, total 6 parts we have to solve, and in all these parts we have to find out the multiplicative inverse of the following. Multiplicative inverse means we have to just change the numerator value into the denominator and the denominator value into the numerator. Just like we will solve the question, then you will get to know more. Multiplicative inverse means change the denominator into the numerator and the numerator into the denominator. We will do the question number for first part, then you will get to know more about this. Solution is, suppose my question is minus 13. Minus 13. Can I write minus 13 just like this? Minus 13 upon 1. I think everyone know that what is numerator and what is denominator, and if you don't know about the numerator and the denominator, then please go to my first video, fractional number, where I have told you about the numerator and the denominator values. Like this is the numerator, above value is the numerator, minus 13 is the numerator, and that one is the denominator. we can write minus 13 as minus 13 upon 1 because this one has no value. So multiplicative, if I want to solve the multiplicative inverse of minus 13 upon 1, so I've just changed the value of denominator into the numerator and the numerator into the denominator. I will just shift these number with each other. So my answer is multiplicative inverse of minus 13 is minus 1 upon 13. I have just shifted the value of numerator to the denominator and the denominator to the numerator, but this minus sign will become same. This minus sign will never change in the multiplicative inverse. We have just changed the value of numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. We will do the second part and then we will know about more about this multiplicative inverse. In this we have to solve minus 13 upon 19. So our answer will be this 13 will shift down and this 19 will shift up. So our answer will be minus 19 upon 13. So our answer is minus 19 upon 13. I have just shifted these values with each other. So I think it's very easy to find out the multiplicative inverse of any numbers. So our third part is we have to solve the multiplicative inverse of this 1 upon 5. If I want to find out the this multiplicative inverse of this number, I will just shift these number with each other. So my answer will be simple 5. Why simple 5? Because I have just shifted this 5 to the numerator and this one to the denominator, and if I put 5 upon 1, then its answer will be simple 5 because 1 has no value when it will be in the denominator place. So my answer is simple 5. And our fourth part is minus 5 upon 8 multiply minus 3 upon 7. We will do a multiplication of these numbers, then we will find out the multiplicative inverse of that number. I mean to say that I will multiply these two numbers with each other, and it's very easy to multiply rational numbers with each other. And you know about what are the rules of multiplication in rational numbers. It's very simple. But we have to multiply the numerator values with each other. That we have to multiply this 5 with the 3. The answer is 15. 5 3 are 15, and this 8 with the 7. 8 7 are 56. And what about the sign? So our answer is 15 upon 56. But what is the sign of that value? It's minus 15 upon 56 or plus 15 upon 56. We will apply the multiplication rule here, where one number is negative, that is minus 5 upon 8, and the another number is also negative. And if two numbers are negative, so the sign of the answer is in a positive. So our answer is 15 upon 56. When we solve this multiplication, we have got the answer 15 upon 56. Now I have to solve the multiplicative inverse of this number. I will shift this 15 into the denominator and this 56 into the numerator. So my answer is 56 upon 15, not 15 upon 56, because I want to solve the multiplicative inverse of this number 15 upon 56, and that is 56 upon 15. I have just shifted the values of numerator and denominator with each other. So my next part is fifth part, that is minus 1 multiply minus 2 upon 5. First of all, I will solve this multiplication, and whatever the answer I will get, I will find out the multiplicative inverse of that number. So I will solve this multiplication, and it's very easy to multiply this because you know that whenever we will multiply any number by 1, we will get the same answer. So 2 upon 5 multiplied by 1 is 2 upon 5. But what is the sign of that number? We have to solve this, and we will apply the multiplication rule here, and where both the numbers are negative, and if both the numbers are negative, the sign of the answer is in a positive. So our answer is simple 2 upon 5, that is positive number 2 upon 5. but in this question we have to solve the multiplicative inverse of that number. So it's very easy to find out multiplicative inverse of that number. We will shift that 5 into the numerator and that 2 into the denominator in order to find out the multiplicative inverse of that number. So our answer is 5 upon 2. We have just shifted these numbers with each other. So our next part is, that is the last part of that question. Our sixth part is, we have to find out the multiplicative inverse of minus 1. Can I write minus 1 just like this, minus 1 upon 1? Because I have just told you that a 1 in the denominator has no value. It will never affect the question, because when you will solve this you will get the answer minus 1. So I have just write minus 1 like this, minus 1 upon 1. And in order to find out the multiplicative inverse of this number, I will just shift the value of denominator into the numerator and the numerator into the denominator. So my answer is minus 1 upon 1. And when I solve this minus 1 upon 1, I will get the answer minus 1. So the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 is same, that is minus 1. So in the next video, I will solve more questions of this exercise with you. So if you like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe the channel, and we will meet in the next videos with some other questions of this exercise.